Most people think they're doing the work. They're watching YouTube videos. They're reading Think and Grow Rich. They're listening to Bob on YouTube on repeat. And don't get me wrong, awareness is very important. But if that alone worked, you'd already be earning what you desire, living the life that you visualize, and stepping into the version of you that has it all. But you're not. Not yet. And the truth is, you're still looking at all of that information through the same lens that created your present results. And unless that lens, the paradigm shifts, then your results are not going to shift either. Today, I want to break down two things that are either going to make or break your journey to 10K plus months and beyond. And they're mentorship and decision making. Because until these two things are mastered, then no strategy and no technique is ever going to stick. Let me be fully transparent with you. I came across Bob 8 years ago. And like so many people, I really thought that I was doing the work. I was writing out my goal every day. I was reading Think and Grow Rich every single day. I was watching hours of Bob's seminars. I was visualizing, saying affirmations, but nothing shifted. I was trying to change my results, but I was doing it from the same programming that created those financial results in the first place. And I didn't realize that I was approaching all of this information through a filter trained to think like someone that earned £15,000 a year. And that is the trap that so many of you are falling into right now. You're consuming powerful content, but it's being interpreted through a limited paradigm. So you understand the words, you understand the information, but you're not experiencing the transformation. And that's why awareness alone is not enough. It's not. Application, environment, elevation of your frequency, they're what caused the real change. When I finally invested in mentorship, I'm telling you right now, everything changed for me. Like my life changed like night and day. Because mentorship isn't about information. If it was, then YouTube would have made us all millionaires by now. Mentorship's about transformation. It's about being challenged. It's about being seen by someone who refuses to accept your excuses. It's about having someone hold you to the level that you say you want to reach, even when your paradigm's trying to pull you back down. Now, a real mentor, like a really good mentor, doesn't just speak to who you are. They speak to who you're becoming. And that version of you, the one that earns 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month, doesn't play by the same rules as the version of you that's watching this video right now. And mentorship gave me that upgrade. It helped me close the gap between what I knew and what I actually lived. Now, it's not that I didn't know what to do. It's just that I couldn't sustain it alone. I didn't have the environment, the accountability, or the mirror showing me where I was still playing it small. And someone once asked Bob at a seminar, Bob, is it possible to change your paradigm on your own? And Bob paused for a minute. He thought about it for a second and he said, I don't believe in the word impossible, but for the 50 plus years that I've studied paradigms, I've never come across anyone that has changed it on their own. And I genuinely believe that from the bottom of my heart. Because a paradigm isn't just an idea, it's a deeply embedded operating system. It governs how you think, feel, act, and how you react. And it filters what you see and what you ignore. So when you're trying to change your results by doing it alone, you're like a fish trying to describe water. You can't even see what's keeping you stuck. And that's why mentorship is so powerful. Because your mentor lives outside of your paradigm. They can see your blind spots. They can hear the paradigms in your language. They can call out the subtle ways that you're holding back. And they can help you reprogram your subconscious mind at the root. Now let's talk about decision making. Because mentorship is the vehicle, but decision making, that's like the ignition switch. And without it, I'm telling you right now, you're going nowhere. Napoleon Hill interviewed over 500 of the most successful people in America. And do you know the one thing that they all had in common? They made decisions quickly and they changed those decisions slowly if they changed them at all. Now, unsuccessful people, they procrastinate. They go back and forth in making decisions. They wait for the right moment, the right sign, the right approval. But indecision is a decision within itself. It's a decision to stay where you are. And it's always disguised as something noble. I need to think about it. I want to be responsible. I need to talk to my partner. But all of that, that's just fear in disguise. It's your paradigm trying to protect you from growth. And I used to be that person. I used to be that person that would say, no, I'm good. I'm already watching Bob on YouTube. I used to have so many people reaching out to help me, and I would always turn it down because deep down on a subconscious level, I didn't feel worthy of investing in myself. I thought that I could just figure it out. I thought that self-study was enough. But I stayed stuck at that same income level for years and years and years. And it wasn't until I made a real decision, an emotional, financial, energetic decision to go all in. Then things really started to shift for me. Now, I didn't just dip my toe in, I committed, I was all in. And within 5 months of mentorship, my income multiplied. I literally turned my yearly income into a monthly income, not because of no fancy strategy or a fancy tactic. It was because my self-image changed, my environment changed, my level of awareness shifted. And that's exactly what mentorship does for you. It elevates you beyond the limitations that you can't see. And most people do not understand the cost of waiting. They don't. They think that delaying a decision is neutral, and it's not. Every day that you wait to act on the thing that you know that you need, it's costing you more than you realize. It's costing you time, it's costing you energy, it's costing you momentum, and it's costing you alignment, and it's reinforcing the identity of someone that waits. And that identity is never going to match the results that you want. Now, people love to say, I'm not ready, but readiness isn't a feeling, readiness is a choice. And the faster that you make decisions in alignment with where you want to go, the faster the universe is going to start moving in your favor. Because when you decide, when you make a committed decision, you collapse time. You send a signal to your subconscious mind that says, this is who I am now. And that's when your old paradigm just starts to crumble. So let me ask you this. Are you living from decision or are you living from delay? Are you trying to change your paradigm alone, or are you ready to be led by someone that's already walked the path? Someone that has already done what you want to do? And I'm not coming on here to try and convince you. I'm just coming on here to tell you the truth. If you're consuming this content and it's resonating with you deeply, then there's a reason for that. Your higher self knows that this is the next step. And your paradigm, yeah, it's going to be screaming in the background. But you and you only get to choose what voice you're going to follow. Now, I am where I am because mentorship changed my life. I'm traveling the world. I'm in Dubai right now. I'm making 5 figures plus every single month. I'm hardly working. I'm living my life to the fullest. And it's all because of one decision that I made to get mentorship. And I've lived the cycle of overthinking, under earning, and staying stuck in indecision. And I've also experienced the power of saying yes. I've experienced the power of deciding, the power of being supported whilst I become this next version of myself. So if you're ready for that, then you already know what you need to do. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. But just know that readiness will not come from waiting. It's going to come the moment that you decide. And one last thing before you go, I'm going to give away a free copy of my mentor Bob Proctor's legendary book, You Were Born Rich, to everyone who drops their biggest takeaway from this video in the comments. So let me know what hit home for you, and I'll make sure you get the book.